Hello everybody, Chronos back here with a mod. This one is for Napoleon Total War. It's a World War One mod that is really cool. Is it perfect? To be honest, no. And I'll show you what I mean when we get into it. Um, if you like what you see here and you want to give this mod a try out for yourself, I will link the wonderful video that KeepItFrosty made on the installation guide for this. It's a super easy installation, takes no time at all, and again, it's just great. Now, if it seems like it's really quiet right now, I have the music turned off because generally in my experience with these mods, while the music is fitting to what we're doing, YouTube overlords like to pitch a fit. So in the event that they pitch a fit this time, let me get that like and let me get that subscription if you got it. And in the meantime, let us start a new campaign. Now, we start in the year 1914. So who do we want to be? Now, I have tried this out to an extent. I've tried out a little bit of the French's and Britain's campaign, a little bit of the Ruskies, but not. I haven't tried any minor nations, which I don't think I'm going to, because it seems to me like Serbia, which if you don't know, Serbia is kind of the catalyst in a lot of ways for the start of World War One. A lot of people just think it was the assassination of Franz Ferdinand, the Archduke of Austria-Hungary. That's part of it, and Serbia had it. There was a whole thing. Austria-Hungary Empire, the Austro-Hungarian Empire thought that they had a claim to the Kingdom of Serbia, that they could take that territory. And when Serbia reached out to their allies, the Russians, who at the time was led by Tsar Nicholas, he contacted Germany, led by Kaiser Wilhelm. I never remember his name. Which, by the way, Kaiser Wilhelm and Tsar Nicholas were related. Actually, I believe they were cousins, and they were also good friends. Germany actually really pleaded with Russia to not go to war with Austria-Hungary over Serbia because Germany had a military alliance with Austria-Hungary. So if Russia went to war with them, they would have to declare war on Russia, which would cause France to declare war on them because France and Russia were allied. And the only way Germany thought it could take France out of the game in time and be able to focus on Russia would be if they cut through Belgium, which was under the protection of the United Kingdom. And so whenever they set foot on Belgian territory, the United Kingdom declared war. And we're off to the races for World War One. So, who are we going to go off to the races as? I think we will take the Italians. All right, the Kingdom of Italy. Now, I'm going to check some stuff because I don't want the... Okay, cool. All that crap's off. Now, we are going to fuck with history just a little bit. And I'll show you how. I mean, it's a Total War game, so you're always messing with history. But I'm going to show you the best way out. So automatically, there we go. It's 1914. And on June 28th, while paying a visit to the newly annexed city of Sarajevo, Austrian Archduke Franz Ferdinand was fatally shot. The assassin, Gavrilo Princip, belonged to the Serb nationalist Black Hand organization. And his target, the nephew and heir of the Austro-Hungarian emperor, marked a symbolic strike against the Habsburg realm. And this is true. And again, especially since, again, it's a symbolic strike. This didn't actually do anything, per se. And after annexing Bosnia several years before, the Austrians were viewed as conquerors, and the fierce rivalry between the Austro-Hungarian Empire and Serbia only grew, leading to the insurgency of the Black Hand. Though the Serbian government denied any role in the assassination, the Austrians demanded immediate concessions, including allowing any Austrian investigation into the Black Hand on Serbian soil. The ultimatum was refused outright on the grounds that it violated Serbian sovereignty. The Austrians declared war on July 28th. So, now, in case you're wondering why you got such a big history lesson in this at the beginning of this video, whereas I don't normally give those. World War I is I get tired of hearing about misconceptions. People think that like World War I was the black and white good versus evil fight that World War II was, because the Germans were involved and the Germans were bad in World War II. And you'd be shocked at how often you hear that statement. And so just to clear some stuff up there, by muddying the waters as much as I can, to prove that this is an incredibly complicated conflict. And we're going to make it more complicated by not forcing these alliances. So, the historical alliances can be broken. Now, here we are. We have our Italian Empire. Let's start with our R&D. 2 schools, nice. As you can see, we've got quite a bit of stuff. So the first thing we're going to want, because we have the benefit of hindsight and knowing that really is going to kill everyone in the war, we're going to go ahead and get the machine gun corps and the re-implementation of mortars. Then, sure, we don't have any scholars. Okay, and we don't have any money. And Italy does not start in a great spot. And I'm actually at peace with everyone. No one has declared on Italy at this stage in the war. Bueno. So, let us... You guys over there. And just start upgrading everything we can to make sure we get the funds we need. Now you can see... Oh, that's not mine. That the ships are a lot different. Do I have other fleets? It is just those. Now, I'm not going to lie, don't get super excited if you're one of those people that really enjoys the naval battles, because they aren't necessarily enjoyable here. In fact, even though what you see here is a modern day World War I ship, proper artillery and cannons, on the battlefield, those will still look like galleons, which is a little disappointing, considering the remodel work that they've done on a lot of the other units. Oh, well, we ain't got no money. Who can we trade with? Can't trade with the Brits, but we can trade with France, and we will even offer them a military alliance. Unacceptable? Kingdom of Spain. Thank you. The Russians. Thank you. And the Austro-Hungarians. I thought I would go ahead and just ally with France right off the bat and maybe even help them with the war, because they're at war. And finally, our government. Not making a lot of money. Things are starting to go downhill. Constitutional monarchy, that sucks. Yeah, well, let's start with the Secretary of the Navy. That's fine. Boop. It's pretty, now, without starting a war with anybody, that gives me the chance to maybe fix some of the Kingdom of Italy. And I mean fix some of the Kingdom of Italy, because remember, after the Kingdom of Italy came fascism. So you lot are unhappy. And I can recruit nothing there. Okay, so then send you and send you. How did that solve? That solved some of the issue. Still not in much of a position to recruit an infantry regiment. Let's see, and enables the research of lots of stuff, and eventually the recruitment of even more. And in this war, field artillery is going to reign supreme. Go ahead and take the farms. Just there. How far down does my... Oh yeah, I'm way over here too, aren't I? Not there. Coastal Francia? Who are you? Like, who is your liege? France? No. Yes? That's a French flag, isn't it? I don't know flags.
Attendo con piacere.
I think that's going to be the title of the video. That's a French flag, isn't it? Yeah, I knew it was a French flag. Oh, now you want that trade agreement. Of course. We could just interject ourselves into the war. Look at that. We got us a guy. Got us a good old researcher. Now, where's my school? Easy way here. Boop. Nice. Oh. I'm real dumb.
Ah, un luogo di studio e cultura.
Stables give us a lot of good money and a good meat. We don't actually care about any of this. You don't want cavalry. Trust me. Patas das. Bigger navy.
Signore?
We will fuse these.
Servo del Signore.
And then we can hit the Ottomans. Or we can just take Serbia.
Sì.
We'll send them back to port for now. People are indifferent. Clamor for reform. They don't like the industrialization, and they feel like a tax burden. And give you an expanded artillery factory to soothe your woes. Right, we're not going to wait too long to get into this war, because that's what we're here to fight. We're here to fight World War I, not diplomacy our way through it, not ride the war out. We're the Kingdom of Italy. Though late to the game, the German empires established several African colonies before the beginning of the war. One of these was Total and was surrounded on all sides by French and British possessions, making it a logical, and vulnerable target for Entente attack. Only days after the war began, it was invaded, and on August 9th, the German garrison abandoning the coast and retreating inland. Over the following weeks, a small but costly delay action was fought by the outnumbered Germans in a futile bid to escape. The end was inevitable, however, and on August 26th, the last German troops, Togoland, surrendered. Well, wait, is it me? Oh. How can I see it? Why is your flag so similar to mine? Right. So give me this army.
Subito. Signore, devo riposare. In marcia! Come posso servirvi?
So they have massively restricted the
Da sinistra! In marcia!
to Luigi. They massively restricted the movement of units. Methinks a little too much, because they don't move far at all. It's bad. Boop. I'll even get us into the war before we have our machine guns. The mortar is here. Workers on strike in Naples. Jesus. Don't like the industrialization. Have a clamor for reform. Okay. Let us industrial civil. No. That could help. That could help. Okay. Take silent film. So we can indeed. I didn't mean to do that. How many oh, Marines. It's gonna take them a lot of time to get there, but it's okay, because in the meantime, we gotta start recruiting the rest of our specialized infantry.
Che cosa desiderate? Come posso servirvi ancora?
On a moving. Hope nobody declares war. Yeah, and much as is accurate for the time, a lot of the people in a lot of the countries are not happy. World War I is, at least in my opinion, one of the greatest avoidable tragedies humanity has had in the last 200 years. This is a war that nobody wanted. You can go on down to the other school. Down here. Is this thing on fire? Why is this thing on fire? Y'all went on strike? Bless it. There. Call those forces back. Damn it. How are we going to advance on the enemy when we can't maintain order at home? How does one do this? British Empire is offering a trade agreement and some money. Thank you. Now we are getting our machine gun corps. We've got machine guns and mortars. Honestly, I don't need to research much more in the way. Not for a minute anyways. So let's get nationalism on board. And then, what do you have? What can you upgrade to? Town market, let's do it. Single track railway line. New machine guns. We will start recruiting. What was it that I can make? The ordnance district, let's do it. I still cannot recruit anything from you, and I don't know why. I need certain tactics, I guess, to be able to recruit reservists. Okay. So now what? Get you your improved ordnance factory. Because right now it's a waiting game to wait for this to come about. And nobody's declared war on us yet. I could probably take enough troops from each territory, from each group, to make a fighting force. And by the time it's ready, some of those machine guns and mortars would be ready. Then I could go ahead and just hit the Ottomans. Because that's the best target for us right now. What do you do in Germany? Yes, there's the silent films. We don't want mass mobilization. Instead, we want Marxist socialist reform. More happiness. Now, what happens when I order them out? You become very, very unhappy. I shall move them in. Shall give you your ordnance factory. Oh yeah, those specialized troops. We can just go ahead and get them, and then we will not move any of you. Move them. proletariat and the bourgeoisie is under control. And then we will do that. And I move all of you there without ruining it? For a minute. Let's see how long. Because with these three forces combined, that's a decent starting force. Machine guns, mortars, field artillery, infantry. I've got everything but tanks. Tanks are a long way off. And plus, some things kind of are a little janky in this mod. Tanks being one of them. Haven't quite figured out how to make them work. Come on. Not liking these pauses, Germany. Putin declares the North Sea a military area. And we're going to go ahead and save because I'm not liking how long it's taking Germany's turn. Anything can be built? Doesn't look like it just... Oh, there we are. Gold. What does that say, gold? Which is the name of the town? No. I don't know what that is. Warehouse. Make a large town. Soon you'll have an army. Let's enlist a general. Wow, not really much in the way of them. Can't afford the good general yet, so we'll actually wait and go ahead and afford the good general. In Venezia, things seem to be going okay. And if, just if, I can get it to hold a little longer while I improve happiness, maybe we won't have to just constantly keep troops in every settlement. I think we're going to have to, though. What's going on, Russia? Come on, game. Don't do it. Don't you do it. See, funnily enough, I haven't had this campaign crash once, and something tells me that the Kingdom of Italy is going to be the first. Now, like I said, I know so far it's not showing much, but if you do want this World War I mod again, the link for a good installation guide and where to get it will be in the description below. Got the nationalism. Now, stop at the mass mobilization. Extra repression. Press censorship. This is all that's keeping us stable, I feel like. Just to be on the safe. First off, can I do this anymore? Sicily. There. There. Not that that makes much of a difference, but I know I'll regret not doing it if I don't do it now. And that's it.
sia fatta la volontà di Dio.
How much are we getting from trade? A fair amount. All right, load you up.
Avanti in marcia!
Obbedisco al volere di Dio.
Move them towards there. And we'll save our money. Now, once we have the press censorship, that's all I'm going to be able to do on that, I think, for now. I'll have to switch over to combat focuses or industrial focuses, which I think industrial focuses might take us a little further, because, again, we're not in war yet. It's already almost 1915. Look, America can wait until 1917, 1918 to get into the war. I can wait until 1915 or 16. Right? That's fair. Although part of me is a little surprised that no one has declared on us. I would have thought Austria-Hungary would have already declared war. But I'm wrong all the time. Farming Collective. And anything else that can be built? Another farming collective. And that is it. Get into there. And that. Now, obviously, that whole force isn't going to fit on those ships, probably, which is fine. I will prioritize the machine guns and the field artillery. Honestly, you could almost win every battle. You could just about win a battle pretty easily with mostly just field artillery, depending on your conditions. If you're like attacking a fortified position, you could probably win it with just artillery. It's kind of easy to think some of these changes have broken combat. But no. I would argue that they have not broken combat. If anything, it's a very realistic battle. Come on, Russia. What the hell? It was Germany that was causing the problems, and now it's still Germany causing the problems. There we go. Thank you, Jesus. Marxist socialist reforms and the Christmas truce of 1914. Now, no more need for that. Instead, let me get petroleum acquisition.
Commissionario in missione.
Let's get
Fatemi riposare.
these guys loaded up. And 4 more. And then we sail to Constantinople. While sending that army to hold the position there, just in case, and while we're at it, we'll get them a howitzer. Rifle. You have a rifle. Where's some more of those carbines? Get a couple more mortars. we'll end our turn. Because now we are ready to sail for the Ottoman Empire. See, the beautiful thing about being Italy is much like in World War I, this is going to be hell to take unless they manage several invasions. Every territory just about has troops now, and they are all training troops. As long as I don't get caught without artillery, I think we will be able to withstand. All right, now where's my navy? There it is. It's going to be moving very soon, and just to make sure nothing that shouldn't... Oh, actually, I could use this money to make more. Cargo ships, huh? There you go. And how many turns? 3.
Devo fermarmi un poco.
Now, I do have some complaints. For example, on the tech tree, there's trench warfare, which allows your troops to build fortifications like trenches. But the trenches they build aren't trenches. They are the standard barricades that your troops in vanilla Napoleon, Total War, or an Empire will put up. Now, that being said, don't be discouraged because there are trenches. Some of the battlefields have trenches already pre-made into them, and you can utilize them. Then there's the other thing, like, they restricted unit movement, I think, as a whole, and that might be what the big problem is. Because, like, ships in World War I in the 1900s are able to sail farther and faster than, naval vessels of 100 years prior.
Il signore è con me.
There's nothing more to do except wait for us to get there.
Fatemi riposare.
This is normally where if I had any form of editing skills whatsoever, I would just cut to the to nearly landing. But I don't have any editing skills. That's still something I need to learn. But we're learning. We're doing this. And I appreciate all of you that have come along on this new journey of content creation with me. Now, let's talk strategy, because that's why you're here, right? This is the strategy center, the strategy corner. So, our strategy, the main strategy is going to be to hit Constantinople right away. For no other reason than it's easier than slogging through the Austro-Hungarian Empire. Although taking Vienna, Austria right away is a tempting prospect, the Germans will march on us. And then we won't be able to make it very far. Or we might, but we're also going to be walking everywhere, and that's going to take very long. You can see how long this travel time is already taking. I mean, fuck, we've been skipping turns. Spent a year preparing for war, and we're going to spend half a year getting to the war. And the reason why also we're going for Constantinople, historically, the Ottoman Empire was probably one of the most ineffective fighting forces in the war. Now, with that said, I don't expect it to necessarily be an easy fight. But if Germany wants a trade. Enemies of France, Russia, Brits, and Greece. Allies with them too, and trade partners with most of us. Yeah, I'll take your money for now. Spain pulled out of its trade agreement? And we've gotten press censorship and petroleum. Wonderful. So, stop trying to give me mass mobilization. Instead, we will... rail sensibilization to help us move along. Does Spain not exist? Spain? Where are you? Why would you just cancel? You still exist. Is it because we're trading with Germany? You're not even in this war, I don't think. Well, either way, now that we've gotten petroleum acquisition, is there any up? Yes, there are. Or at least there we are. Municipal admin. Get everything we can. Those buildings will come in handy, and we are almost there. Thank God. Now, admittedly, while it may not be the most engaging content, I will say this. I'm actually kind of happy it took a little bit of time to get into the war. It gave us a good chance to actually get ahead of everybody. Because while everybody is going to be researching mortars, heavy artillery, machine gun corps, trench warfare, we're going to be doing all of that while on the move and while fighting a war. Meanwhile, we were able to get it all done, and now we have mortars, artillery, and machine guns.
Come desiderate. Mi servono altre indicazioni.
I shall indeed. Oh wait, no, actually cancel. Cancel for a second. Beforehand. Do the Brits want an alliance? No? The French? Yeah, I'll give you a pay. Spain, who? Well, Russia. No? That's okay. France took our allies. Germany elected huh? 2 full armies, 50-50 odds. Let's do it. Let's get into the real nitty-gritty action. Was it Luigi? I'm sorry, that wasn't cool. Luigi Cardone, I believe, is actually a real person. I say I believe. No, I'm not great with names. I'm almost certain I've heard it. Matter of fact, I'll look it up. Indeed, he was a real general. Marshal of Italy, Luigi
The radar
Cardona.
map allows you an aerial view of the battlefield.
And he was most famous for being the chief of staff of the Italian army from 1914 to 1917. And now he's on the fucking front lines. Thanks,
Guardia del
Luigi.
generale a rapporto.
Alright.
Truppe, montare il pezzo!
Guardia rivoluzionaria!
Signor sì.
Signore,
Give me one in the center.
artiglieria! Truppe,
Give me one over here.
artiglieria, a rapporto!
Give me one over here. We do not want a frontal assault. Necessarily. Not like you would think. No line battles here. Give me these mad lads over here. Let's make sure I'm not missing any abilities. The cavalry will be sacrificed almost immediately.
Signor sì.
Right.
Artillery is able to...
Shut up. Oh shit, I didn't realize. Oh, here it comes. Machine gunners up there. Machine gunners over there. Where are the rest of you fools? Give me you. Into that tree line. Get across no man's land or die. Am I missing a cavalry unit?
Gruppo agli ordini.
Jesus. Okay, come on.
Gruppo agli ordini.
Now this is where things are gonna get mighty deadly. That's artillery, general.
Obbediamo.
I need my where are my machine guns. That one's just being smashed. Come on.
One of our units has used all its ammunition.
Already? Oh, okay, it's just the cavalry. Come on, charge them. Charge them before you are dead. Speaking of dead, fire on those generals. And those light mortar batteries. And we've got them. That ground's not stable enough. So you see what I mean by the machine guns are a little janky. Enemy general killed, wonderful. Oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no. Why didn't I see these guys coming? Come on, an about face is needed.
We have killed their general, sir. Now they must break.
Oh, it crashed. Let's see if we can... How much work did I just lose? Where's my navy? And why does it seem like my audio's gone down again? Oh wow, because it went way down.
Devo riposare.
Okay. Dee-da-dee-da-do-do, all right. We're not even going to bother making alliances. We're just declaring war,
All'istante.
si preparino!
Sono
mounting
trappola.
our assault, saving. And I'm have to, you know what?
Sono
Continue the
porci
siege.
d'ulletamaio.
Un missionario in missione.
Attack them, and we are now also at war with the entirety of the Central Powers.
Pronti, in marcia.
Cargo ship making us good money.
Ho bisogno di riposo.
Sì, signore.
Sono uno strumento nelle mani di Dio. Posso essere d'aiuto?
And what are you going to get from here? Lumber.
Sono uno strumento nelle mani di Dio. Attendo un invio.
Who's there? French?
Signore?
How much money are we making now? From trade. Quite a bit. That's better. And we now
Da sinistra.
start marching.
In marcia. Avanti. Avanti.
How many of you are super pissed? Not really any of you, which is nice. In turn. And now maybe the Ottomans will attack us. I was just going to relaunch the assault, but I'll take less casualties if they're I'll take less casualties if they're running into my machine gun fire. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Please don't crash this time.
The radar map allows you an aerial view of the battlefield,
Shut up.
detailing the position of units.
Well, we have a much different position now. All right,
Cannone pronto, signore!
you're right there.
Cannone medio!
You're right there.
Truppe, montare il pezzo! Artiglieria!
You're right there. Honestly, the rest of it now can stay.
Deploying your infantry behind walls.
Guardie!
Aside from y'all folks that can get into here. And now we let the artillery fire completely at will.
We have taken a building, sir!
Send all the cavalry over yonder. And now while they march onto us... Do I have eyes on your... No. That's fine. Focus your fire on him. Focus your fire on them. And focus your fire on the general.
Artiglieria! Batteria a rapporto!
Oh, and they're about to walk into the second mortar's range. They've walked into the first machine gun's range. Let's see what it looks like from their end. They just want to march into it. What the hell is this? Oh, it's a horse. Oh, they don't sound too certain. I'm sorry, what? Oh, the reinforcements, yes. Enemy general killed, wonderful. We'll send these guys hauling over here. As I friendly fire the living shit out of myself.
We have killed their general, sir.
And then mortar myself. Now, I know what I said before, how line battles are to be really avoided. I'm not in a line battle. I'm shelling them to death. Please stay out of each other's way. Get that machine gun on top of that hill. Come on, lads, you're in cover. Now, while the guys with guns murder the guys on horses,
our men are running, sir.
son of a bitch. That cavalry is dead. Let's get these men over there. You need to be hitting one over there.
One of our units has used all its ammunition, sir.
What unit?
Di corsa!
Bring both of them back over here. And that infantry will handle any other reinforcements that come through there.
Our men are running, sir.
Why are you... So I've been having this issue with the mortars. I tell the mortars to attack a particular target, and they start moving to that target. So you've got to, like, let them... You just got to point them in the general direction and let them fire on whatever targets they want. And you can get right there. Try to keep that flank secured.
Our men are running, sir.
What? There you go. Let them fire. Not going to direct artillery fire over there, because that's just going to get them killed. They're just wholesale slaughtering. Check out that last mortar unit. While these cats go join...
Glorious victory, sir, is soon to be yours.
Go join this fight.
Cannone pronto, signore.
Because this army is getting a little bit much.
Our men are running, sir.
Batteria leggera nelle vicinanze, signore!
Shit.
Batteria a rapporto!
Guardia rivoluzionaria!
The entire unit is dead, sir.
Yep. That's how it goes.
The men are fatigued, sir, and must rest a while.
Come on, come on. Come on.
Batteria a rapporto!
Come on, keep hauling ass.
A rapporto!
get these machine guns firing. Oh my god. Oh man. And they're just walking through it.
Sir, our general is under attack.
How? It's not really in range of anything. And then just let them slaughter. Lads, get back on your guns. Man. Where are y'all going in such a hurry? These guys are just trying to get out. My God. How many are left? Nothing. This is it. Speed up that slaughter.
One of our units has used all its ammunition, sir.
It doesn't matter. Germany must have her place in the sun. Wilhelm II.
Il mare è nostro!
And just like that. Oh, the British wish to make a military alliance. You want Marxist socialist reform? What the fuck?
Regions once researched a
Shut up. Yeah. Let me get conscription from that. Yeah, good. Fuck you. What the actual shit, Britain? I've declared war on people for offers that insulting. Workers on strike in Naples. Neat. Know what else? First off, the Ottoman Navy is gone.
Dominiamo le onde!
Il Signore è con me.
Second off,
Per la nazione!
I'm pirating.
E il bottino!
Nemico
Third,
sotto assedio.
Constantinople
Abbiamo vinto!
is ours.
Ai posti di combattimento! Vela nemica!
I could liberate it.
In marcia! Avanti!
And now they're my protectorate.
In marcia!
Not 100% certain how that works. What I do know is the Ottoman Empire has been taken out of the war.
Senza alcun indugio. Obbedisco al volere di Dio. Immediatamente. Che cosa desiderate?
Oh, you just physically can't. Okay. Right. Well, let's move. Those chaps all to Venezia. Naples is seeing problems. We'll start. No need. We've got more old Marines coming. What about in Rome? Couple of machine guns. Couple of mortars. What about here? I still can't recruit. And here? Couple of infantry. Right. Give her a save. Right, everyone. That's where that video is going to end. Like I said, if you like what you've seen so far, give me a like. A subscription would help. If you think maybe going for Ottoman it was the wrong idea, let me know in the comments. Instead, do you think I should have gone for Austria first? Or maybe I should have just sided with the Central Powers? But either way, if you want to make your own World War I history, like I said, the link will be in the description for the installation video. Until then, everybody, I will see you next time.